Oh shoot, how do I flip the screen? There we go. All right. Okay, my friends. Let's get my video on here. Okay. Well, I don't know how many people we have here. Let's take a look what we got going on. There's a few more people I know are going to come. Let's see. Who is that? Okay, so just real quick, a few, not to say rules, but we obviously don't want people talking over a deep process going on. So if there's something important that you're seeing that I'm not, please do feel free to speak up, okay? Because I'll be in the middle of things and I won't see every single thing going on. Otherwise, anything else you can put into the chat. My son is going to monitor the chat. And if there's anything otherwise, he can let me know. So let's just try and keep this as organized as possible. All right. Oh, hi Ananda. I didn't recognize your name. Phone. Okay, can y'all hear me? Sorry, my wife walked away with the phone that was doing the internet for this, and it disconnected. Okay, here we go. Nanda! You there? Why does it keep disconnecting?
You're gonna have good service?
Should. All right. What is going on? There we go. Okay. So, Cherie, can you are you able to see the video? I know you're.
I'm available to see the video.
Okay, perfect. I wanted to show you real quick what we did here. Can you see that? So we've got at the head there, that's the root, and then it goes around for all the other chakras. So we did just use the quartz, and we just programmed in the different energy of the stones into the quartz. Okay. Sherelle! It is so wonderful to see you. Sherelle, do not smile. Don't smile, Sherelle.
Yes.
Don't smile. Oh, you broke it. You smiled. Darn it. All right. All right. Well, let's get started then. I don't know if more people are going to show up. It doesn't really matter. We've got some people on the live stream. Everybody love my foofy hair in this wind. Yeah? I'm looking styling, huh? Okay, so I just want to say on the get-go, for anyone watching the live stream, anyone that's present on the Zoom, I want to be very frank here. I am very aligned with God and Yeshua, And if those are things that trigger you, then this is not the place for you. If you don't need to believe in them to be present, that is not a requirement. But if you're triggered by it, then that's going to be a problem for you. Goodness gracious, it keeps disconnecting on the...
Do you want courts interference?
Oh, you know what? That might be the case. We might have too much interference with the courts. Well, we'll find out.
Who can hold the frequency of the signal?
Alright. Okay, my mic is unmuted. My video is not showing. The fun of being out in the wilderness. Alright, sorry everyone, technical difficulties here. It would not be an event if it went smoothly. I mean, seriously. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, you don't need to believe in what I believe in. That is not a requirement. But we will be invoking some deeply spiritual God, Yeshua, and angels in this work. I am not an ego. I do not feel that I can do this alone. So I'm going to call on every last bit of help I can get. So that being said, I would actually like to open up with a word of prayer. Father, we come before Thee this day, in humility and supplication. And we are so very grateful that we could combine as a community for those that are present and not present, that we could do this work to usher in a new age for this world. We know not what the effects will be, only that we are here to do the work, and we ask Thee to fulfill Thy promises, to send Thy angels, to send Thy Spirit, and to lend every wit that the heavens have to offer to provide for this work to this day. We ask to have Thy Spirit here with us, that we may be guided, and that we may know the truth of all things. We also ask Thee, Father, to thin the veil in this moment for us all, that we may have the knowledge that we seek to do this work this day. And we also ask Thee, Father, to impress upon the hearts of all those around the world, every person, man, woman, and child, whether they're open to this work, whether they believe in You or not, we ask Thee to impress upon their hearts that they will be willing to receive what is provided this day. For we are not here to force anything upon anyone, but only to do Thy will and spread Thy love to all Thy children. In Yeshua's name we pray. Amen. Okay. Oh, now my eyes, I have to adjust to the sunlight again. Okay, so a brief overlay of what we're going to be doing here. This is going to be a really deep process. So the first part of this process is mostly going to be me doing it. However, that being said, I am asking for everyone available. And I'm putting out this to the consciousness as well. To anyone around the world that is knowing something's going on, but is not seeing this on video or hearing it. To lend your energy, lend your prayers, lend love frequency, everything you've got, lend that to what I'll be doing. So anyone that knows me knows I do a lot of work with trauma release. And the first stage of this is going to be, I will be going into the Akashic and calling all of humanity before me, spirit to spirit. My wife will also be joining me there to do this work. So we'll be doing a massive alignment, energy release, releasing all stuck energies, all stuck emotions, everything that can be released from anyone that is willing to accept it, we will be releasing. And then I will be doing a massive trauma release on everyone. Now, I'll be honest, you know, when I was told I was going to need to do this a couple months ago, I said, no. I was not happy about it, because when I do trauma releases, I pull things out of people. I feel every bit of it. And a couple months ago, I started doing massive amounts of people. The first time I did it was 3,000 people. And that almost laid me out. And so I was like, all humanity, possible, but I don't know what that'll do to me. And I am not Yeshua. I am not prepared to take on that much. So I was shown, in order to diffuse some of that, for one, we're out here quartzite. This ground is massively infused with quartz, and that's going to help with a lot of this. And then going into the Akashic will also diffuse some of it. We're going to be pulling on everyone's natural blueprint, and part of it we're going to be putting in the energy for physical healing, everything. And so I'm just asking for everyone to just focus in on lending whatever you can to me, your healing energy, everything. And just focus that into a nexus within my will center. If you don't know where the will center is, it's between the solar plexus and the heart. Just good intentions, good everything, whatever you can lend. I know Mother and Father will support me as well. And we're going to have a host of angels working on this as well. Okay, so while in the Akashic doing this work, we're also going to be doing something. I'm just going to, I know I gave a brief explanation in my post, but what we're going to be doing is I've learned that most people have a natural Merkaba set that aligns with the chakras, and those Merkabas are naturally inlaid within the chakras. And what they do is they're a filter for frequency. They're a filter for incoming and outgoing. Now, some people don't have that anymore. People that have been in low frequency for long amounts of time have experienced massive amounts of trauma. People that have really gone through really heavy stuff. What happens is that low frequency overruns it, and they are ejected from the body, but they stay there. And once that happens, unfortunately, the low frequency that is coming in reprograms it. And what we call those chakra machines. And so they are actually, for those people, they are actually enhancing the garbage stuff coming through. So what we're going to be doing is, for anyone that still has the natural Merkabas, we're going to be reprogramming them. For anyone that has the chakra machines, we're going to clear them. And we're going to put new Merkabas within the people. And so these are all going to be reprogrammed. They're going to keep their natural programming, but we're going to also put extra programming that they are going to be focused on all of this garbage that is being forced upon us. This is going to be for anything that's not natural frequency. And if you've read my post, you know, I believe that some of this frequency that's coming through is a literal virus. This is a frequency virus that we have been inhabiting, and we're passing from person to person. Every time we do anything energetic, anytime we're within proximity of someone, we are transmitting that virus that we are all holding. Because, you know, the authority, the oppositional force, they've hit critical mass a long time ago. And so we're going to be programming these internal Merkabas to not only resist this frequency more, but to also be relaying the frequency that we're going to be putting in today. And this is where everyone is going to be involved when we get to that point. So the Merkabas are going to be resisting, it's going to make them more resistant, and it's going to be putting out a relay to send out the frequency and a literal antivirus to spread from person to person. Okay? Do you want to add anything to that? What's that? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start out with that, and then I will explain everything else we're going to be doing from there. Okay, anyone on the Zoom, do you have any quick questions or comments or concerns? Please feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. For those of you on the live stream, I cannot see the comments very well, so I'm not really monitoring that. I apologize. I need to keep my focus on those that are actually taking part. You are welcome to join the live stream, any of you. I will try and take a look every once in a while. Oh, Mark, sorry about that. Mark, I'm going to send you the link right now. Or actually, no. Let's see. I can't do that while I'm on the live stream. It's on my post. So, I'm sorry if you couldn't get into that. Any other comments I need to address real quick? Dang it. That's the comments I'm getting, is some people were not able to get into the Zoom meeting. I was late in starting the Zoom meeting, so it is possible if you try it again, it works now for anyone that's wanting to join the Zoom. So I would suggest try it one more time. If not, then you're absolutely welcome here on the live stream, and you can still get all the information either way. Okay? I just can't be following all the comments on the live stream. That would direct my attention too much. Okay, sorry. Those of you on the Zoom, did anyone have any questions or comments real quick? Okay. Well, then we're going to proceed. So for this, all right, just one moment. Let me prepare myself. I have no idea what this is going to do to me. Let me push out any fears, anything. Yeshua, will you please help me make sure I'm fully clear in alignment for this? Thank you, brother. Okay. Metatron is already waiting the Akashic for this. Okay. Well, I guess we just do it. Dear, do you know what your role is in this? Okay. Well, I'm just going to do it, and you just support where you see fit. However, I do see you holding a hand against the backs of everyone to help support the clearing for receiving. Be a conduit for that, and then whatever else you see fit. Okay. I put out to the consciousness that anyone that can hear me, anyone that is watching this, give your body permission to receive. Give your body permission to let go, and then spread this. I do not want to force anything, but we're going to clear out as much garbage as we can for everyone. Okay, dear, ready to join me? Okay. I call spirit to spirit all of humanity, every man, woman, and child, to come before me, overlaid. Metatron, go into the records and pull the natural blueprint for every single person. When I ask you for it, we're going to overlay that. Woo-hoo. Okay. I call upon Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Azrael, and Raphael to integrate with me for this work. Thank you. Okay. We're going to just start with a simple clearing. For all those before me, I ask your permission, Spirit, will you receive this work? Anyone that is not willing to receive, you may leave in light and love. Okay. Here we go. We call upon the body to release all stuck emotions, all fears, all low frequency, everything that is stuck within the body. We call upon the body to release, to relax and receive this work. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we're going to balance the chakras. Oh, my hands are on fire. Okay. All right, my dogs have decided to join. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a nervous system reset. Okay. Thank you, Yeshua. Oh, I haven't felt the energy flowing through my hands like this in a long time. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me in this. I can feel it. Oh. I feel like I've got energy of 1,000 people flowing through me right now. That is such a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. I cannot do this without your support. Okay, this is going to be the hard part. Now we're going to do the trauma release from the body and the field. For those of you that don't know what I'm doing right now, I will explain it afterwards. I apologize for not explaining beforehand. All traumas, untrusting self, all traumas of abuse, physical, emotional, and sexual, all traumas that have to do with religion, all traumas that have to do with blocking spiritual gifts, all traumas about abandonment, about not being seen, heard, or understood, all traumas that have to do with the feminine and the masculine, all traumas around fathers, mothers, and siblings, all traumas around narcissists, all things around Dear, what am I missing? Huh?
Life.
All traumas around life and accepting callings. All traumas around spirituality. All traumas around money, abundance, flow. call upon all aspects and inner children within each person. If you are willing to allow things to be released at this time, please do so. I know that you have not been heard. I know that you have not felt trusted. But now is the time to let those things go. Whew, okay. All traumas that have been released currently, that were buried and are now present, will be released. And all things given, received, and perceived. Is someone talking to me? All traumas within the body. This is released to the universe for recycling and not into me or anyone else. And this will send out a shockwave through the system for anything that was missed. Oh. Well, that was not as bad as I was expecting. Okay, and reset the field. And reset the body. Everything, something was removed, will be reset back to factory standards. Let the body go back to its natural state. Metatron, this is the time. Oh, actually it's not. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Now everyone that's supporting this, healing energy, straight healing love frequency. I erase the memory of the water within the body. All memory of the water will be released. All trauma, all physical elements will be removed. And healing energy will suffuse the body. If you believe and trust that you are worthy of knowing you will receive healing this day, that I promise you. And now, Metatron, we lay the natural blueprint that is you upon you, if you allow it to integrate. I call upon the guardian angels of all humanity to further this work and allow the energy of healing to be guided through you into each individual, that they may feel the sustaining energy flowing, that they may feel the love of their Creator flowing through them. As the authority I hold, I lay a blessing upon each person. Trust, open up, seek truth, and healing will be found. Okay. Now I'm going to do the Merkabas. Let's do this as two groups. We are going to separate all humanity for the group that still has their natural Merkabas here. And the group that has the chakra machines here. Separated. Okay, perfect. So I've already programmed in what this is going to do, so I'm just going to be running it through each person. Okay. And cleanse. Oh. Okay. Allow the frequency to flow, to repel the antivirus to within you. Okay. Okay, and you, we clear away all chakra machines. Are they all gone? Yes, okay. Oh. Okay. I lay truth machines on each person. Connect. And I connect source energy to power these until they're sustained on their own. Oh, hands. And flow upward and connect. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's take a pause here. Let's see. No further comments. I don't even know how many people are on the live stream. Doesn't even matter. Okay. Does anyone feel that there's anything that was missed or that should be done further at this stage? Please feel free to speak out. Okay. I'm going to take a 30-second pause and move my body for a second. And then I'll come back and explain everything. Thank you for holding space, everyone. Do you want to talk to people? Oh, go ahead and talk. Give your insights and thoughts on what we're doing today. Stay there, Dylan. Stay there, buddy. All right, everyone. Now this is where the fun really begins. This is the main reason we're here. So if you've read the post, you know how I feel about the authority and the frequency. So I believe that, this frequency has been put out in one form or another for thousands of years, at least since the flood. I believe that that's about when it started. And so, whether I'm right about where it started and who started it doesn't even matter. We just all know that there is something there. And as I've seen people and I've worked with people and I've known that they absolutely had the wherewithal and ability to progress further, but something always rubber banded them back. I just had to realize that there was something more to this that was keeping people down. We all feel it. And I know personally when I cleared myself of everything and didn't feel that frequency coming in as strong, it was a breath of fresh air. So I'm going to go a little bit into instruction here before I explain what we're going to be doing. Because something I have learned that is super important, whether you believe in God the Father and Yeshua and Mother below, whether you believe in the universe, source, whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. Here's one thing I know to be true. You can believe in your religion, you can believe in whoever you give authority to. But until you stand sovereign and disconnect and give it all up, you're not going to be clear. Plain and simple. Now, for those of you that believe in Yeshua and the atonement is truly living in and offering it up in a continually minute by minute basis. It doesn't mean sitting there saying, oh, I need you to take this. Can you have this? Will you have this? It's programming yourself to recognize that if it's something that you shouldn't have, that's something that's keeping you disconnected from source, let it go. I know sometimes that's easier said than done, and I'm not sitting here saying this is an easy thing. But what I am going to say is stand sovereign. Stand up and say, I am my own person and no one has claim over me. No religion, no person. The only claim that is over me is God the Father, Heavenly Mother, and if you so choose, the Holy Spirit and Yeshua. If you want to say source, if you want to say universe, I don't care which it is. The point is, we need to all stand up and be sovereign and stop giving our power to everything else around us. And I'm sorry to say this, but that does mean religion as well. That doesn't mean you can't believe in your religion. That doesn't mean you can't follow your faith. I'm not saying that. But what that does mean is standing in your sovereignty, not giving your power away to anyone else. Connect to that divine spark that is within you and declare, I am sovereign. I am here to do the work that is placed before me so that this world can be a better place, so that we can stand together and not give our attention to all this garbage, all this false frequency that is keeping us distracted, so that we don't rise up and fully awaken. And in that I invoke the name of Elohim, of Yeshua, the Heavenly Mother, that we may close the portals of false frequency this day and open new ones for direct connection with our divine creators. And I call upon all the angels around this earth to stand as witness and to further this work, that we may bring all humanity to truth and awakening this day. Okay, so we have here on this ground seven spirals. Around the earth are 7 main nodes. We've got the pyramids of Giza. We've got Stonehenge, the Hawaiian Islands, the Peruvian-Bolivian border, there is one. Mount Shasta in California, the monastery in Tibet, and in Australia, the Red Rock. What is it?
Ayers Rock.
Ayers Rock. Was that all 7? Did I miss? Okay. These are the main nodes that create the grid through the ley lines. Each one of those main nodes is focused on one of the chakras. So in each of these spirals here that I have around me is one rock that is attuned to a different stone for those chakras. So here's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to momentarily go into the Akashic one more time to tie in anyone that is, their light is shining through the Akashic. This is unfortunately not all of humanity, but those that are awakened, those that are inhabiting the higher frequencies. I'm going to tie them all in together through the Akashic. We are going to all send in pure love frequency, pure abundance, all high frequencies. And this is going to be focusing into an energy. I'm going to be creating a Merkaba right in front of me. And that's going to be all focused into this Merkaba in front of me. Everyone, picture the Merkaba in front of me when we do this, okay? We're going to focus all of that frequency into it and build that up to critical mass. And once we get that to critical mass, I'm going to call it out. Anyone that is participating, if you feel that you are more attuned to above, then send it above. If you're attuned to below, send it below. We're going to be, Cherie is going to be focusing it in to these nodes. Now, at each of those nodes, last night Cherie and I created some very special Merkabas, basically mirroring the Merkabas that we have within us. So these Merkabas at each of these sacred sites are going to be, they are fueled by source. As a matter of fact, I need to get that connection going real quick too. And those are going to be putting out, they're going to be pulsating this frequency continuously through everything. And they're going to also be focusing out the antivirus, and they are also going to be, each one of them, for their attunement to the chakras, be focusing out cleansing to that specific chakra, to humanity. On top of that, we are setting off one of these Merkaba bombs, for lack of a better term, within the earth and above the firmament. So when we send that energy out from this one we're focusing in here, that is going to go above and below, and it's going to set those off. And what those are going to be doing is creating a torus effect around the earth. So the energy is going to come up and going to come down and create a torus effect. And that's going to create, everything's going to travel around the grid around the earth, which we previously cleansed. And as we set off the sites, they're going to be cleansing all the ley lines and everything through the earth. Okay? Any questions? Did I miss anything, Cherie?
No, I don't. I think you covered it. It was just your sound kind of went in and out a little bit.
Okay.
I think everyone got the gist of it.
Okay. So, let me connect all the sacred sites. Okay. And there is one more thing we're going to do with this. So, all the sacred sites, they are attuned to the chakras. We're going to further call on the hosts of heaven for this. So let me go through this process real quick. I call on the authority that has been given. And at this time, I call upon the 7 heralds to activate the 7 nodes. I call upon Michael for the root chakra. I call upon Gabriel for the solar plexus, for the sacral. Call upon Raphael for the sacral. Call solar plexus, sorry. Call upon Uriel for the heart. I call upon my eyes are not working good in this sunlight. Yeah, tell me. Salathiel for the throat. Call upon Yingadael for the third eye. And I call upon Barashael for the crown. I call upon the 7 heralds that we may call upon to usher in a new age upon this earth. Ooh, that wind just kicked up. Oh. Take your places upon the nodes and activate them. For those of you not here, the wind just kicked up about another 5 miles an hour with that. And I call upon the heralds to activate within each person the awakening, the truth, and the knowledge that comes across a new age. To send upon the frequency that is attuned to each of the chakras through this for awakening. And I call upon the hosts of heaven to send down the seraphim to add their voice of love and gratitude to what we're about to create. And all the hosts of heaven to sing that holy, holy, holy. Baruch atah Adonai. All right, everyone, send it into the Merkaba in front of me. All the love, gratitude, abundance, joy. Send the frequency in. And I call upon the consciousness to do so now. And we may focus this in. And I call upon all angels in attendance. Seraphim, add holy, holy, holy. Come on, everyone. Build up more. We can take more in here. Focus it all in. Okay, keep that focus. I got to go into the Akashic and take care of that one. Frequency. Antivirus. This will be pulsated. Activate. Oh. I send it to you. I call upon all those awakened. I tie you all in. To send this frequency out to all. I call upon Mother below. Receive this frequency and direct it as you see fit. Okay, everyone. At the count of 3, I will activate it. Everyone that's focusing above, focus it to the Merkaba bomb in the firmament. Everyone below, focus it to the Merkaba bomb below. And Cherie, focus into the 7 spirals to the nodes. Okay, here we go, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my hands are on fire. Holy crap, I've never felt this flowing through me before. May the ley lines and sacred sites around the earth be cleansed. May the firmament above be cleansed. May the frequency be set to the source with the antivirus. May the frequency be set to all humanity. Let's flip the script. It is time for us to take back our power. Oh, I feel like I'm holding on to an electric rod right now. My hands are vibrating so hard. I call upon the sacred nodes within each person to unlock the sacred seals. Allow the Holy Spirit, the direct connection to the Father, to be sealed upon each person. I call upon Father, let this be sealed as you see fit in the halls of heaven, that all humanity may be united. This prayer we humbly lay up to you. By the power and authority of Yeshua, our great Redeemer. As above, so below. Let it be, let it be, let it be. And I put this call out to all those around the world that have felt the call, that have been given authority and have not stepped into it. Now is the time to awake. Now is time to step into that authority. And let the 3-3 portal Set this into place for abundance, for joy, for transformation. Baruch atah Adonai. Does anyone have any final thoughts or feelings they would like to share? I'm watching the chat online if anyone wants to say anything there. And if anyone on the live stream would like to say something, please do so now. I want to share my solemn blessing and prayer to everyone, whether you hear this or not. May the light of the divine shine upon you. May you find joy and release, and may you find that worthiness within you to sit at the table of abundance that the Father so desperately wants you to sit at. I love you all out there. It pains me so deeply to see all the turmoil in this world. Let's let this be the heralding of a new age. Let's share the love. We don't have to agree on doctrines. We don't have to agree on beliefs. But what we need to agree on is unity. And share love. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Thank you everyone for showing up today. Thank you so much. And I am so honored and privileged to have done this today. I am so grateful for all those that have stood beside me with this. Now, go do what you're here to do. Love and light, everyone.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being here, whoever that is.
Thank you, Moksha.
I love you,
I
Sherelle.
love you. I love you, I know.
I'm going to see you soon, by the way.
Awesome.
We'll be coming to Utah. Okay. Adieu until we meet again.
Thank you.
For anyone that's still here, truly thank you for showing up today.